hold on. Did she just say she thinks celebrities might be watching her videos? Steph, babes, be so for real right now.
I tend to study algorithms quite a lot, but I have this question. Am I to assume that everybody that pops up on my algorithm, I generally pop up on theirs too? Is there a possibility, I don't know, just in some little small speck of possibilities, that Hilary Duff has seen me, my shit show? I think about these sort of things, and I have to kind of immediately move on, because if that's the case, what would somebody who's up there, like, me and my man were talking about it just the other day, like, what the fuck would someone like Kevin Hart do if Resilient Jenkins pops up on his FYP? Is he sitting there watching it? Does he give two fucks? As he could just, like, I was kind of sad that there's like people like this out in this world, because it's just kind of that irrelevant to him. And I don't really give a fuck, but I kind of curious. Who falls on whose algorithm? Do we just see people that are going to be up there because inevitably they get to be on everybody's algorithm because they just got this pre-spot? You know what I'm saying? More or less, they've done the work to earn their spot in publicity, so they're going to be on algorithms regardless. But then people like me, like, I really feel like generally I just pop up on algorithms because people like to talk crap. People like to have things to talk shit about. So, and that's generally, I wish it were for positive reasons, but let's be honest, it's not. And if I'm being honest, I really just had nothing else to talk about with this voiceover. Yeah, that's where my mind went, was talking about who the heck sees me for real. I'm curious. Do people that I really like watched on TV, have they seen me? That'd be so weird, right?
So I'm listening to this whole little speech. Yeah, and she's deeping. Algorithms like she's cracked the code of the internet, talking about, if they pop up on my algorithm, do I pop up on theirs? Girl, that's not how this works. Then she goes on to say, there's a small possibility that people like Hilary Duff have seen her content. I'm sorry, what? You think Hilary Duff is somewhere scrolling like, yeah, let me just check in on Steph from the motel real quick? And it gets worse. She starts talking about Kevin Hart like he's just casually sitting there on his phone watching Resilient Jenkins videos on his FYP. Steph, do you genuinely think Kevin Hart is finishing a sold-out show, getting in his car, and going, let me see what Steph's up to today? Be serious. Celebrities aren't sitting there analyzing your life. They're barely keeping up with their own. And the way she said it, as if there's even a tiny chance, no, babe, not even a microscopic one. Like, this isn't manifestation. This is straight delusion with Wi-Fi. And then she flips it into, people like me only go viral because people like to talk crap. Well, yes, but also, have you considered why people have things to say in the first place? Because every time you open your mouth, it's giving main character in some movie that nobody else is watching. Do you think any celeb is watching her content? Is this confidence or straight frightened delusion? Why do some creators think they're bigger than they are? Would you ever assume someone famous has seen your videos? Be honest, is this embarrassing or entertaining? I'm not even trying to be mean, but this level of self-importance needs to be studied, because thinking celebs are watching you like you're trending worldwide? Steph, respectfully, log out, comment below, and let's chat.